Hello and hello. Why did I say hello like that? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Amelia and I upload book content, and if you're not new here, then welcome back. It is a 24-hour readathon time. It has been a while since I've done one of these. I say a while, I can't remember the last time I did one. I think it was like September, October time last year, or maybe not even November time. I can't remember. I definitely did it. Probably wasn't my best 24 hours of reading. However, I'm starting today. Today's Friday. I actually booked today off work to do this, so please appreciate the dedication of booking AL for this. It's Friday, it's currently 9:15. I'm planning to start at 10 and at least do 12 hours today, so from 10 till 10. And then tomorrow is going to be a write-off day. I'm going to try and put a few hours in, get a few hours done tomorrow, and then we'll do the rest on Sunday. But tomorrow I've got a hair appointment, I'm going to a friend's birthday party, and then I've got a friend coming over in the evening, so I don't know how much time I'm going to have in the day to read. So I am also ill. This was not the week I wanted to get ill. I came down with a really bad cold on Wednesday, and I'm still, if you can't tell by my voice, I'm still kind of fighting it, and I'm not feeling my greatest. My stomach's playing up. I think every time I plan to do 24 hours of reading is when I get ill. It seems to happen, so we're going to see how this goes. I'm not putting too much pressure on myself. I have 2 books I would like to complete, and that's mainly it, but I have got a TBR of 3 books specifically because they're on my TBR for the month, and they're the ones that I don't think I'm going to get to for a different video that I'm filming. So yeah, I've got these 3 books, and they're like I'm kind of hopefuls if not. So the first one is one I'm currently reading, which is In Your Dreams by Sarah Adams. This is the last book in the When in Rome series, the Rome Kentucky series, I guess you could say, and I have loved the series so much. The first 3 books, I loved them. My favourite one was the second one, but I really enjoyed all of them, and I'm enjoying this one so far. I'm on chapter 7, so not that far through, but I'm about 17% of the way through, so we'll be starting on this about 10 o'clock once I've made a coffee, once I've woken up a little bit. I've had a bit of a weird morning. I woke up early, like 3 in the morning, because I couldn't sleep, and then I watched the F1 practice. I then fell asleep and then woke up to watch the qualifying for sprint. So, been all over the place, but yeah, we are going to start with this book. It's a shortish book, so it shouldn't take me too long to read, hopefully, but I'm excited. And then I've heard the yearning in this book is top notch, so I cannot wait. The next book I would love to pick up, and I have bought my Kindle so it should help me get through it quicker, is And Now Back to You by B.K. Borison. I loved First Time Caller. I think it was a really good book. I gave it 5 stars. Absolutely adored it. So I cannot wait to read Jackson and Delilah's story. So yeah, and look how beautiful these braid edges are. I cannot wait to put it to my bookshelf to add with the First Time Caller one, because I'm going to have it facing this way because I love it. So yeah, and then the book I would like to potentially get to, I don't know if I will, is Glow of the Ever Flame by Penn Cole. This is the second book in the Kindred's Curse series. This is the next one I need to read for that series, and I read Spark of the Ever Flame in February and absolutely adored it. So I feel like I need to read the next one like as soon as possible while I'm still in that world, and it's that or reading the second one in the Compelling Fate saga, and I need to wait till next month to read that. So would like to get this one if possible this month, and I feel like it will break up from the romance, so let's see if I can read this one as well this weekend. However, I have added a few books to my Kindle TBR. I would like to maybe, if I do not want to pick up Glow of the Ever Flame, there is the option of People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young, Promise Me Sunshine, which is on my March TBR, but I am reading it for a specific video cut that I'm filming, so ideally would like to not read it unless it's at the end of this video, if that makes sense. But that also goes for Let's Make a Scene, so we'll see. And then I have a few on my Kindle that I would like to get to. So we've got Ward D by Frida McFadden if I want a thriller. That is the next one I want to pick up of hers. Hat Trick by Chelsea Curto, which is the 4th book in the DC Stars series. The new book by Liz Tom Ford in her league. In her own league, sorry. I really want to get to it. I haven't bought the physical book because I am trying to cut back on the amount of books I buy for my physical TBR. So we will see. But I would love to get to that book as soon as possible. I have also got Darling Daffodil's Farm that I would like to read. Maybe I'm Glad My Mum Died by Jeanette McCurdy. Second edition by Cleo White seems interesting. The Silversmith by LJ Claren. I've heard really good things about that. Would love to get to it. But they're just the main ones at the moment that I would love to get to, but we will see. So we've got my trusty Kindle, we've got my book that I'm currently reading, and I will be starting in about 40 minutes. So I'm going to go get coffee, I'm going to get water, I'm going to set up, and I'm going to get... I don't know where I'm going to start. I might start sitting over here, put YouTube on, or I might put Harry Potter on. I don't really know. Okay, hello. My hair's a bit of a mess. My fringe is definitely not in the way I want it to be. It's actually kind of winding me up right now, but we're going to have to ignore that because otherwise we'll be here all day, because my hair is getting to that point where it needs washing, and I don't really want to straighten it just for a day when it's getting done tomorrow. But sorry, this is the illness getting to me. I'm starting a bit later than I wanted to. It's actually 20 to 11. So it's a lot later than I wanted to start, but I've had a bit of a morning. I've been feeling a bit rough and it's not been going my plan. But we're about to start the 24 hours timer now. Let's go, and we're going to start with Continuing in Your Dreams by Sarah Adams. I'll talk a bit more about this book a bit later on. I just kind of want to get started with reading today, otherwise it's not going to happen. So let's go. Hello, I don't know how well you can see me, and my hair's a bit of a mess. I'm about 45% of the way through In Your Dreams. Absolutely obsessed. I'm enjoying this. I am loving the yearning from James. I'm really enjoying the story and seeing where it's going. We are powering through. We've now been reading. We've got 21 hours and 28 minutes left to go. So we've read for 2.5 hours? 3.5 hours? I don't know. I want to say 2.5 hours. Yeah, that's right. 2.5 hours. So not actually as that long. I've got my dressing gown on because it is cold, but I didn't want to wear a jumper because I was getting too hot. Tell me how that makes sense. I don't know. We are about, I want to say 65% of the way through In Your Dreams. I'm not going to finish this before 2 p.m, which is kind of annoying, but it's okay. I am thoroughly enjoying it though. I am loving the yearning of this man. This man in this book yearns so much. I'm obsessed. But I did just want to show you something. I got this little, like, I guess perfume. Hello. Perfume organiser thing. And I set it up this morning when I was watching the sprint qualifying for F1. Because I was like, I need something to keep me up. And honestly, I am loving this. I feel like I just think it's really cute, and I think it's my favourite part of my room now, and it's so small, but I love it. I'm going to turn you around. But this is what I've got here. It's this, and it spins. I don't know why it makes me so excited, but we've got down here all my, like, body sprays and perfumes, like my Kylie perfume that I got for my birthday that I'm savouring because I know that is expensive, and I got this for my birthday present for my friend. Really sweet of her. I got my Zara perfume, another one I got for my birthday, my Ariana Grande one, all my fake Sol de Janeiro ones that I got from Shein. These are obviously not real ones. They are the fake ones, but I don't really care. And my Essence False ones. I need to get some new ones because these are running out. These are my favourite perfumes. I use them religiously, but I am running out, so I need to order some more, so that might be what I do at the end of the month, because I've had them for about a year. Think about it. Then up here we have my skincare stuff. We've got my shaving gel, cleanser, hair oil, and then my skincare stuff. So, and hand sanitizer, but I just love it, and I wanted to share because I'm obsessed. Cute little find on Amazon, but yeah, I need to find out if there is an audiobook for this book, because I think when I cook my dinner I'm going to start the audiobook for that to start getting into that whilst I cook, because I think I'm going to cook lasagna, and I think that's going to take a bit of time. I've never made lasagna on my own before, so this could be really interesting, but I'm excited to try. Okay, this is a very new spot for me to actually, not new, it's actually a new old spot. If you've watched my vlogs back when I was finishing, moving home from uni, but not doing reading vlogs at the point, I used to vlog here all the time. And I forgot how much I liked this spot because it was just easy. However, we have just finished the first book of the readathon. This took us 4 hours to read. Bearing in mind I had read about 7 chapters before today. So I had read 20%, 17% before we started today. But I have now finished In Your Dreams by Sarah Adams, and I loved this book so much. It had a full circle moment. I just loved it. I loved it so much, and I'm giving it 4.5 stars, I think. Yeah, 4.5 stars. I really, really enjoyed this book. It was so easy to read. The banter was still there, but also just the characters, the love for all the characters and the family. It was just incredible. I think I just love the series because, I love the Windy City series because of the found family, but this is more actual family based, and I love it because it's just such a sweet book to read. So 4.5 stars. I was thinking I'll wait till the end of the readathon to rate the books I read, but this is an easy 4.5 star for me. So yeah, I'm really happy with that book. It is now time to start. And now back to you. I'm going to go make a tea, I think, because I don't want my energy drink just yet. So I'm just going to download it on my Kindle because it's going to be quicker for me to read my Kindle. I loved First Time Caller. I loved that series. That was the first book. So I'm very excited to read this one. So let's see how long it takes me to read this book. But I'm going to go make a tea first. I think I need to do something with a bit of caffeine in it, but I don't think I want my energy drink just yet. I don't know. What time is it? It is 3:30. I do need to do... We've got 19 hours and 57 minutes left on the timer. I need to do a couple of things. I need to quickly update my TikTok vlog that I'm doing. Okay, I just wanted to give a brief, update. Well, not even much of an update. I'm literally on page 5. How it just made me laugh. There's a quote that goes, "If I have to listen to another podcast about whether you're Team Conrad or Team Jeremiah, I'm going to lose my mind." And it just reminds me of being back in like summer last year when like Summer Temperate was coming out weekly, and like I miss it so much. I kind of miss those days. But yeah, this we're currently finding out about Jackson, who's got custody of his, I'm thinking, twin sisters, or at least his sisters, and he's trying to get them to leave, and yeah, and he says that, but it's making me laugh so much, and I'm just already having a good time, and I'm on page 5. So hopefully we continue to have a good time throughout the book. Fingers crossed. Hello, okay, it's now Saturday, it's the next day of this readathon, it's like nearly 1 o'clock. I literally was going to read after the qualifying, but then I decided to go to Reigate a little bit earlier to go to M&S to get cookies and stuff, and then I walked there. I then went to Pret, and I did read a bit in there, and I did start the timer then, so I read for like 10 minutes before my stomach was playing up, so I was like, nope, not going to read anymore. And then I walked home and I wanted to listen to music, so I didn't listen to any audiobooks. So we are starting to read of it now. I have actually got until 7:30 before my friend gets here. So hopefully I can read for that amount of time between now and then and just have it going whilst we're eating, because I've got a sausage roll for lunch. So that's not, I can read whilst eating that, but also all I need to do for my food now is just put it in the oven for dinner. So ideally I should be able to get a good chunk done today, and then when my friend goes, I'll read for a little bit longer until I fall asleep, and then tomorrow we gotta crack on, because I've got things I actually really need to do as well tomorrow before the evening, and I've got to FaceTime with my friend tomorrow evening as well, so we don't have much time. Well, I do have time, but there's other things I would like to get done as well tomorrow, so yeah. However, we are 31% of the way through, and now Back to You by B.K. Borison. I had this in my bag on the way home, and something must have happened to unlock it. I don't know what, but it all unlocked, and then it changed the settings of my size of my font, and it changed the font. I had to resort it out, and I didn't remember what font I had it on, so now I have it on a different font than what I was used to. So we're gonna see how that goes. But I've got YouTube set up, playlist of YouTube set up to watch whilst I read. So let's start today's part of the timer. Let's go. Okay, update guys. Still in the dressing gown, still trying to stay warm, but I have officially finished, and now Back to You at exactly 14 hours. No, with exactly 14 hours still to go, so exactly 10 hours it's taken me to read 2 books. We've got 14 hours to go. However, the next book could take me all 14 hours because it is chunky AF. But let's quickly talk about this book, because I know I said this could be a 4.75 stars. I don't think it's a 5 star, but it is a 5 stars. This is a 5 stars. So this and First Time Caller both got 5 stars. This was just so much fun to read. I absolutely loved it. I loved the whimsical behaviour of Delilah. I just think she was just a perfect character, and I just loved it. I loved the story between her and Jackson. I loved the Jackson and Delilah storyline because I loved knowing that they have very different personalities. Their personalities are very different to each other, and a lot of the times when you see that people, you can just see it's like it clashes. It was like their personalities complemented each other and helped each other like grow, and I just loved everything about it. So I am very happy that I finished this book, but also very happy I read it. 5 stars to And Now Back to You by BK Morrison. So yeah, God, I just can't believe I've just finished that book. Holy actual hell. I'm also quite sad I finished that book because I was so excited, and honestly this lives up to the expectations I believed, but loved it. So I'm going to need to move you quick because you're on top of that book. It is now time to start The Glow of the Everflame. I don't know if I'm going to read it physically or on my Kindle, but we are going to start reading Glow of the Everflame by Pen Cole. This is the second book to Spark of the Everflame, and it did leave a little bit of a cliffhanger, from what I remember. I read it last month, so I shouldn't have forgotten too much of it. I feel like once I start back in it, I will remember what happened, but I remember really enjoying it. Sparkle the Everflame, and I'm really happy that I'm picking this up now. And I think because I know I'm probably going to be reading this for the last 14 hours of this reading vlog, I think it will help me actually get into it. But then the next one, Heat of the Everflame, I'm not sure how I'm feeling about that because that's even more chunkier than this book. I remember watching Sophia and Shinzia's vlog when Sophia bought the books, and Shinzia went, "It's like as big as a Bible." I'm like, probably longer. I saw a Bible today, it's not that long. But yeah, I'm excited to give this book a read. I'm going to give it a few minutes before I go into it. I need to update my TikTok vlog. And you need to go on charge. But we are going to start the third book for this reading vlog, Glow of the Everflame. Let's go. Okay, it's Sunday. It is the last day of this reading vlog, whether I like it or not. I have actually been reading for about just over 2 hours because the race was on, and also, yes, it was a dramatic race, but the race was not going to be as good for me because my 2 boys, at least the McLarens, weren't in it, and I'm a McLaren supporter, especially a Lando supporter, and he couldn't start the race. But it's okay. But I have read for 2 hours. I will honestly say it's been a slow start because even though I wasn't as invested in the race, I still was watching the race and it was a bit distracting. But now is the time to lock in. We're 31% of the way through Glow of the Everflame, so we've got 69% left to go, which is still a long way to go of a chunky book. But I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying the storyline we're getting and following the storyline. I feel like it's quite an easy fantasy world to be in, which is really nice. And it's actually the second fantasy book I've read this month, which will be insane because I've been like a little bit like lacking in the fantasy world at the moment. I'm going to quickly start my intro for my next video whilst the sun is up, and it looks nice because then at least I've done the intro. I'm going to quickly take a thumbnail for this video. And then I'm going to go make a coffee because it's currently 8 minutes past 9. I've had my breakfast. I'm about to sit, get cozy. I've added to my YouTube playlist. We're going to watch YouTube. We're going to read. See how far we can get into before I decide to go sit in my bed and watch Harry Potter. But yeah, I'm really invested in this book. I think this is going to be a really good reading 24 hours. The reason I want to start the intro of my other video is because I'm probably going to start the book for the next video when I finish this book, because there's no point in me starting another book and getting halfway through and having to stop. So yeah, it just makes more sense to do that. I've been thinking about it, but yeah, all in all, I'm in a good mood. I'm really happy with the outcome of the F1. Kimi Antonelli won his first ever podium, and I'm just like, I'm just so happy for him and so proud of him. Like, he's not. I will say my main person I will support is Lando, but I also support like Kimmy, George, Lewis, Charles, Carlos, and Ollie Behrman are like my favourite ones, I'd say. They're the ones and then I will also support Oscar because I support McLaren and I like Oscar, so I will also put him in that. But yeah, so I was really happy. Kimmy won, Lewis came third, George came second. So it was a good like top three today, and I'm really happy with that. I just wish maybe I do wish in some ways that the McLarens were in, even if they weren't at the top. I think it would have just been, I mean, I'd have been gutted for them for not winning or even being in the top, but it would just be nice to see them race. But it's okay, plenty more races to go, 20 more races to go. You would have been 22, but the Bahrain and Saudi Arabia one has had to be cancelled due to everything that's going on in the Middle East. So yeah, am I turning it into an F1 channel? No. But yeah, so I'm happy with the outcome of the race. I did cry for Kimmy. I was like literally full on sobbing like about 20 minutes ago. But yeah, let's quickly do the intro of my other video, then do the thumbnail, then put you on charge because apparently you're running out of battery again, and then go make a coffee and then get on with reading. Okay, hello. We are 44% of the way through Glow of the Other Flame, so nearly halfway, which is very good going. Really enjoying the book. I'm loving the story. I'm loving the tension between Luther and DM. There are so much things that I feel like are gonna unfold, and I'm not sure if I'm ready for them, but I'm so excited for them either way. We've got 8 hours and 54 minutes left on the timer. I haven't paused it at all this morning, and I have got up and done things, so saying we should finish at 7:35. So fingers crossed we do. I'm intrigued to see what is going to happen between DM, Luther, and the whole like what's going on in this book. I can't really say much because it will spoil if you haven't read Spark of the Other Flame, and I know although this book's been out for a while, it's still quite new, I guess, in the book talk world, and there's people who haven't read it yet, so I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, but I'm really enjoying this and I'm so happy I'm continuing this series. So yeah, let's go. Hello, I've not finished this yet, but I have like literally nearly finished it. I've got this much left. I'm having to read the rest on my physical book because my Kindle ran out of battery. Because I charged it for a bit yesterday, but not long enough. We have 3 hours and 28 minutes left in this challenge, and I can see myself finishing this in the next half hour, if not less. This series has this and A Tongue So Sweet and Deadly has reminded me why I actually got into fantasy or romantasy in the first place, and I'm really happy to be back in that world of wanting to read fantasy because there was a long time where I just didn't really want to. I was just doing it. I say that the last two fantasies I read before that was Alchemized and Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, and I loved both of them. Did not love The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue though, so that might, but I don't know. And now I'm looking at my TBR and like, all I want to do is read like Quicksilver and Diabound and Shield of Sparrows. All the fantasy books I've got on my TBR, but I'm not going to. I am going to move on to the next book I need to read. And then I am planning to do the tandem read and the Throne of Glass series. So that is why I need to do one of these books as an audiobook. But anyway, like I said, have nearly finished this book and I'm just obsessed with everything. This book is so good. And I can't believe I picked up this chunk of a book in this readathon. Like, I can't remember the last time I picked up a book this chunky in a 24-hour readathon, because I always try to keep them at least between 300 and 400 pages because I know that I want to get as many books done in these. But this time I was like, no, I just want to focus on finishing my March TBR. That was the main focus of this readathon. The last one I did was Binding 13, when I was like, but I was also like already about 40% of the way through it when I picked it up for that readathon, like 2 years ago. So technically I have not started a book this chunky in a readathon ever, and I'm like so glad I did, because I am just so glad I binged it, because it's just made me love it even more. Also, if the sound has been going in and out in this video, like if like for any reason it sounds different, it's because sometimes I cannot be bothered to turn a mic on, so then I take it, unplug it, and I just talk to the camera. Just thought I'd make you aware. But I'm going to sit and finish the rest of this, and then we're going to get the next book. I've also just made plans to meet a friend next week, and I'm really excited because I haven't seen them since the show weekend. Oh my god, I wanted to turn this light off, that's gonna really annoy me. I was gonna put the mic on, can't be bothered. I've just finished Girl of the Other Flame. Guys, I want to pick up Heat of the Other Flame like now. The ending. Oh. This is a 4.75 stars. Like, I don't know why it's not a 5 stars, but it's just not giving me 5-star feelings, but it's close to it. 4.75. This is a great second book in a series. I feel like the great fantasy book series always has the second book in a series is usually always the best one. But I absolutely adored this book. I loved it. The ending is... I feel like we're about to find some stuff out that I don't know if I want DM to have to witness or go through. I feel bad for her. But I'm just obsessed and I loved it. I'm so glad I read this book. And I know the next book is so chunky, and if it wasn't for the fact that I have 3 hours and 9 minutes left of this readathon, I'd probably pick it up now. But I know I'm not going to finish it now, and I've got, like I said, what I want to do is read the tandem read for Throne of Glass, so I need to do the next 2 books on my TBR to get the March TBR completed, and then I can do that. So, yeah, 4.75 stars. Okay, so the next book I'm going to read physically and start for the next 3 hours is this book, Promise Me Sunshine by Cara Bastone. I won't lie, I'm hoping not to get too far into it because as much as I would like to get a good chunk, I am reading for another reading vlog, and as much as I want to finish it, I don't want the reading vlog to then have nothing, if that makes sense. So, I probably won't give too many clips and updates for this vlog, for this book. The same for the other book that I'll be starting the audiobook for, which is Let's Make a Scene by Laura Wood. So I'll be starting the audiobook for this when I cook my dinner, so that I can get somewhere through this. But what a good reading day. Like reading weekend so far. We've read 3 really good books. We've had a 4.5, I think, a 4.75 and a 5-star. Like, what? I don't think I have had this luck in a readathon in a long time. But I'm going to quickly update my TikTok vlog for this book, and then I will start reading Promise Me Sunshine by Cara Bastone. I'm going to use my trusty McLaren car bookmark. I won't go on about how they didn't start this race and how I'm not happy. I don't know if I want to tab this book. Like, I feel like I want to tab it just because I know it's going to be emotional, so maybe I'll do that as well, which might also help me take my time with this book. But let's go. I'm really, really proud. I'm just really happy. I'm really proud of myself for finishing this chunky book. Okay, guys. I'm technically failing this vlog, this challenge, because I've got 2 hours and 38 minutes left on the timer, and I'm done with reading. I won't lie to you guys. I just know if I try and pick up another book, I'm trying to read this book, I'm not wanting to read it, and I know that that's just gonna end up making me not like the book, and I don't want that feeling. I want to actually enjoy it. I'm not in a slump. I just know that because I've read so much, and considering how good the last 3 books have been, I don't want to then go, okay, I'm going to read a good third of the book in the next 2.5 hours and go, yeah, okay, I don't care. I'm going to put it down and DNF it. I don't want to do that. So I've decided to end this vlog here. I know I could technically do an audiobook. I also know I could technically pause it and come back to it in a bit, but it's Sunday. If it was Saturday, I would just pause it and come back to it later or the next day. But because it is Sunday and I have got work tomorrow and I am FaceTiming my friend tonight at 8:30, the last thing I want to do is still have to read for 2.5 hours. So I'm being smart about it and going, we're gonna stop the timer. So we've read for 21 hours and I can't do the maths, but nearly 21 hours and 40 minutes or something like that. So nearly 24 hours. We just didn't fully succeed. But I'm proud of that, and I'm proud of what we've done in this challenge. So let's quickly sum up what we read. So we first of all started the video with reading In Your Dreams by Sarah Adams. I started in chapter 7 and finished this book literally in about 6 hours, maybe less than that, 4 hours I think it was. And I gave it a 4.75 4.25 stars. I absolutely love this book. Was it 4.25? 4.5. 4.5 stars, sorry. Absolutely love this book. It was so much fun to read, but also just so... I just reminded me of why I loved being in the world of the Rome, Kentucky series by Sarah Adams. So kind of sad that it's all over now, but I absolutely loved this book. I then picked up And Now Back to You by B.K. Borison, which is the second book to First Time Caller, and I absolutely loved this book so much. It was so much fun, and it was just also so emotional at times, so I gave it a 5 stars. Absolutely adored this book so much. I just love it, and look at this, cannot wait to add it to my bookshelf. And then we read probably the longest book on my TBR for the month, and that was Glow of the Ever Flame by Penn Cole. I absolutely, if you haven't gathered, loved this book. It was so good to read, and I'm really happy I've read it, and it's a 4.75 stars, and yeah, it was so worth the read. And then we did start, and I say start, I read a chapter of Promise Me Sunshine by Cara Bastone. I was going to annotate it. I even put the tabs in it and wrote what they are, but I don't think I'm going to annotate it. But you will see this in a video coming soon. It is going to be my episode 2 of my 2026 TBR, so keep an eye out for that because it will be in that vlog. But yeah, I read a chapter, and I'm getting Grumpy versus Sunshine vibes, and I'm not even sure if it's Sunshine because she's currently grieving, but I'm just getting that from what I've read so far. Not much I've read, but yeah. I'm prepared to cry, which is the other reason why I just don't think I'm ready to read it. And yeah, anyway, I am going to end this vlog here. If you did enjoy it, then please give it a thumbs up, please comment down below, please subscribe, and I will see you again very soon with another video. Bye.